What is the biggest city on Earth? That's a pretty simple question, right? I mean, it's Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo's huge, everyone knows that. It's one of those facts that's just ingrained in our minds. It's as cemented in our brains as George Washington being the first president or Isaac Newton discovering gravity. If you Google what's the most populous city, Tokyo's sure to turn up. But it's not really true. Sure, Tokyo is enormous, which within itself is an understatement. It makes New York look like a neighborhood, and Chicago like a village. Its metropolitan area is home to nearly 40 million people, but the city proper is pretty unexceptional. Tokyo proper's got 13 million people, which is still big, but that's just about average for a large East Asian city. It's just a bit larger than Sao Paulo, the largest city in the Western Hemisphere. Tokyo City doesn't even hold a candle to the largest city proper on Earth, Chongqing. You've probably never heard of this Chinese metropolis, but its area spreads out over 31,000 square miles, encompassing everything from farmland, suburbs, towns, to a massive urban center. Chongqing's entire metropolitan area sits within the city boundaries, giving this city a gargantuan population of just over 30 million people. City propers don't really matter though. It's not about who lives within an arbitrary line, it's about who lives in an urban area. Okay, but what can you define as an urban area? By definition, the largest urban area on this planet is known as the A megalopolis, coined by Patrick Geddes, is typically a string or belt of cities forming an urban trend. So, the US's Northeast Corridor, or Japan's Taiheiyo Belt, which Tokyo is a part of. The problem is, Philly and Boston, or Osaka and Tokyo, on all accounts are definitely not in the same city, let alone a larger urban area. For the most part, you can't call a megalopolis a single cohesive urban area. There is an exception, however, and we can find it in the Pearl River Delta. Home to Hong Kong, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Dongguan, Macau, and Foshan, the PRD has a collective population of over 100 million people. It's so big and varied, most people don't even consider it to be one metropolitan area. They consider it to be many. While culturally this megalopolis does admittedly vary, geographically it's entirely cohesive, save for the Hong Kong Peninsula. So, yeah, we found it. The biggest city on Earth. It took some digging, but here we are. The Pearl River Delta. But could we go bigger?